We end this week with tickers. Sun Microsystems traded for the last time today as SUNW. Starting Monday, Sun's trading symbol becomes Java, Java, after its computer software language. Sun is among several companies with tickers that reflect their best-known products, such as Anheuser-Busch as Bud and Harley-Davidson as Hog. Pomona College finance professor Gary Smith studied stocks with cute or memorable tickers. His finding? Cute symbol stocks rose 24%, while the market was up 11%.
I got two ideas. And an example, I think, is there's this company, VCA Antech, that does veterinary hospitals and diagnostic services, and the symbol was WOOF, WOOF. What does it mean that they would come up with that, and why would it matter? And one thing might be that the people who start the company, the people who run the company, like Southwest Airlines or Genentech or whatever, are kind of clever and innovative and maybe even fun to work with. The other theory is, which I think I lean towards, is that it's memorable. And so if VCA Antech had come up with some boring symbol like VCAA, and you're sitting there and you're looking at, people have a lot of pets and I want to invest in a pet stock, and you start going through the list of all the companies that are involved in the pet industry, it's like just a big blur. But then you come across this one company that's got the ticker symbol WOOF. It sticks in your mind. You remember it. That theory sort of fits with a lot of these other companies too, like Hog for Harley-Davidson. That's memorable. Or Moo for United Stockyards, or DNA for Genentech. Those are all things that you remember and you store away in your mind, and maybe it comes back at some point and pays off.
In your research, what did you find to be the cleverest assortment of initials?
We did a survey of people who are not in the financial industry, so they wouldn't be biased by, that stock has done really well. And the number one vote getter was actually Geek for Internet America, GEEK.
At this point in the evolution of stock markets, with so many companies now publicly traded,
right,
is there an advantage today in your mind to having a multi-letter memorable ticker symbol, or does the single letter, T for AT&T, C for Citigroup, M for Macy's, make more sense?
I think the single letter is a good one too. It's something that's easy to process, easy to remember. And so a single letter or something that you can actually say as a word or actually mean something, those things are useful. And it's kind of interesting, the example of Sun, its ticker symbol was SUNW, which of course is kind of hard to remember. What's that W doing sitting out there? And of course they had to add the W so they wouldn't confuse themselves with Sunoco, which was SUN.
What was the most startling thing that you learned or you discovered in your academic inquiry of this subject? There's always something that says, gee, I never even thought that would be possible. Is there something out of this research that kind of struck you that way?
It's how well they did. I mean, you would think ticker symbols seem like the most unimportant thing in the world. I mean, how could it possibly matter? It doesn't affect the cash flow of the company, it doesn't affect earnings, dividends, nothing like that. How could the ticker symbol possibly matter? And yet, these stocks with the cute ticker symbols, they beat the market by 11% a year. And that is just astonishing. It may be that these companies with the cute ticker symbols are clever and innovative companies like Genentech and Harley-Davidson, or it may be the memorable part, but I mean, that's not at all what I expected to find.
Professor Gary Smith at Pomona College in California.